Well, a 27-year-old woman has been arrested on suspicion of child neglect after 4 young boys died in a house fire in South London.
Yes, our reporter Alice Porter is at the scene. Alice, devastating stuff this. What more can you tell us?
Hi there, good morning. What we know is the fire engine and fire staff were called at 7 p.m. yesterday evening to reports of a blade here on Collingwood Road. And I don't know if you can just see the blacked out house that is just sort of midway down a sort of very normal terraced suburban sort of street, you know, a week just before Christmas when families would have been getting ready for Christmas. But sadly, as you were saying there, 2 sets of twin boys have died in the blaze. So that's 2 3-year-olds and 2 4-year-olds, all are believed to be related. What we do know is that it is understood that the boys were left unattended overnight, and as a result, a 27-year-old woman has been arrested on child neglect. But I mean, absolutely horrific scenes down this street. I mean, obviously this area sort of has been cordoned off, but I've sort of had a look past the tarpaulin, and there's debris on the floor. Flowers have started to be laid, and I think there's a whole community that's just absolutely shocked by any death of a child, but let alone 4 boys who are all related. Absolutely tragic events that have been taking place here over the last 24 hours.
And I imagine, obviously, a huge response from the emergency services as well, Alice.
Yeah, absolutely. 60 firefighters were tackling the blaze last night. I mean, that really gives you the indicative of the scale of the ferocity of the blaze. I mean, as you can see, the house is completely blacked out, and it really looks absolutely horrific. And of course, really horrific for the fire service to be dealing with such an awful event. They have been speaking out about the trauma that is involved with obviously going to a scene like that and having to deal with 2 sets of twin boys dying in such awful, awful circumstances. I mean, people within the community have been coming out this morning and have been laying some flowers just here, just behind me. So I think there's a lot of people who are just really shocked to have this happen in the dead of the night. And of course, this is very much an ongoing investigation. We don't know the full facts yet, but what we do know is that the children were believed to be home alone last night. And as you say there, a 27-year-old woman has been arrested on child neglect and is currently in police custody. So, I mean, there's a lot of questions that we'll have to be asking over the next few hours. I'm going to be here trying to speak to people and get a better picture of what has happened. But what we do know is that 4 young boys have died in such tragic circumstances in a fire that took place here in southeast London last night.
Well, thank you so much for bringing us that report, Alice Porter, and she'll be giving us more of that story throughout the day.